hours of your time a week to this place that you probably don't like being at. You just there for the money. But you go there, you just get 40 hours of your time a week to this place if you working full time, whatever. Then at the end of this so-called time, they give you a piece of paper with a number on it and a signature. And you take this piece of paper, then you go to a bank and you give them this piece of paper and they give you hundreds of pieces of paper. And then you take these pieces of paper and then you go to another place and give those pieces of paper to somebody else, but they end up coming back to the people who gave you the pieces of paper to begin with because they are corporations or businesses and you just give it back to those businesses. So my thought is maybe you get this paper that you're working so hard for, go to someone local, like farmers markets or local grocery stores or local businesses in order to keep that paper that you're working so hard for in this area instead of giving it back to the people that's giving it to you, because that's just like a hamster running on a wheel for a little, what they eat, nuggets or whatever they eat, and it's just like a cycle. But I feel it's a rant, but anyway, I was just thinking about that. This piece called Revolutionary Song. Picasso flow. Lyrical painter, my tone mimics a rainbow. Speaking masterpieces, leaking a mastermind thesis on retinas that never seen this flow. Picasso flow. Michelangelo, that nigga got wings, he an angel, oh. Reflection of a generational misdirection, lazy disease infection, it's outrageous, must be contagious. People getting defined by wages, confined in spaces. Well, I'ma remain courageous and hope that this too is contagious and continue to fill up these pages with bars to free you from cages. Ironic. Iconic. Who's smoking the best chronic? That's the anthem, right? Who's smoking on that loud? Well, with cloudy lungs and cloudy brains, and then you wondering why it always seems to rain, how about using your brain? Instead of striving for fame, strive for change. Currency, currently ruling the world around me, but I remain in tune. You see, music pumps through me with every heartbeat. I got a built-in 808, let that marinate. Open your third eye, then you can see the other side. There's nowhere to hide. You either with it or tossed aside. We talking about a genocide in disguise. Feel our worlds collide. They got you hypnotized. So plug us in. Feel our pen drip this ink. Allow your mind to start to think and replay this message until it sink in. Snap out of it. That TV got you programmed. It's time to zap out of it. We got the way out. Even made a map out of it. They wonder where I get my rhymes from. My mind is a conundrum, enigmatic, sporadic, creativity, abstract inspiration, colors and numbers make me an artistic mathematician. Dream technicians reminiscing on the future, a modern day Martin Luther, another king with a dream, having visions of the future, and it's looking quite glorious. If I do say so myself, I just implore we explore the possibilities. We just have to apply our utilities instead of sitting in front of utilities. I'm singing a revolutionary song, so call me the Mockingjay. But when hunger pain strike, it ain't a game, so I ain't about to play with fate. My plate full of rhymes, so I'm spoon-fed off a golden platter. Then I regurgitate bars without splatter, a full-course meal. With every line I spill my soul to take form as lyrical architecture, building up fallen soldiers, calling brothers and sisters into action. Proactive action, a modern-day activist activating underactive imaginations to start overacting, cause we losing our people to ratchet acts and frantic spazzes. Ignorant, miseducated family, and that ain't a low blow, but truth don't bend, oh no, so he must rather pull a fofo or bang the block, cause his Glock always cocked, but when love knock, no one answer. Cause he don't answer for strangers, and love ain't known around them parts except for when it come to pussy, money, weed. But I'm pretty sure that's not love, just greed, so who will save my brother from a downward spiral, a vicious cycle that vacuums the heart into fumes are all that remain. And use of half a brain, he can't beat the system, tried to cheat the system and only end up beneath the system because he understood. Stood under the boot of a colorable court with no jurisdiction, just smoking mirrors. We're dealing with technicians. They can only do to you what you allow them to. And ignorance only harms yourself. So how about getting some knowledge and arm yourself? They say the pen is mightier than the sword. So I am a warrior with words, slaying lies and unshackling ties to a system made to compromise our lives into demise, because they despise us in spite of the fact that we have all the power. Don't give your power away. Do not give your power away. Keep yourself at bay, studied and apply. That's the only way to play this corrupt game of Monopoly. Probably, ironically, a game of dichotomy. I doubt it. You see, the powers that be don't give a fuck about you and me. So it's up to we to build and reconcile the illusions of division and see that we all reflect from the same prism. I stand beside my brothers and raise my sisters up high, cause I am both their keepers. Once the silent sleeper, now I am the wide awake dreamer, visionary, itinerary, here to wake the masses and shake the molasses out their asses. You are your own savior. So stop making excuses and build something worthwhile while you have a heartbeat. It's time to beat mediocrity, bullshit, and excuses into the ground and lay a cemented foundation down. This is the apocalypse. True meaning revealing of information, and you can take it or leave it. I'm just passing along a message and hoping that you heed it. So open up your hearts, because this is desperately needed. Who will save my mother? Your mother. Our mothers. From a vicious patriarchal assault on the womb, converting wombs to tombs, and without wombs we are certainly all doomed. Mothers, sisters, and daughters are producers of fathers, sons, and brothers. Without mother, there could be no other, but sadistic popes who like to poke little boys will have you believe otherwise. So crusaders tossed our history in the flames and claimed our glory and sold you a false story labeled Bible. Not completely fictional, but not to be taken literal, merely true slurred lies between words and blurred lines on a false string that has you wringing out wallets like sponges into a cup that already runneth over. So who will save our mothers? Nurture our nurturers, value their worth, which is infinite beyond belief. The key to it all, a monarchy shall rule balanced, and we are all monarch butterflies. Our mothers birthed angels, but love never returned. It's like dancing on broke ankles. Now caterpillars, shake free of your cocoon, rebirth from the womb of the earth and take flight, reclaim your life. This is a spiritual fight, and knowledge is your armor. And I am the general, and generally speaking, it's time for a reaping, but the odds are always in our favor, so the taste of victory will savor. Just remember, you are your own savior. It's time to take responsibility for your own actions and start acting with passion and compassion, for we are all our own people. But you don't have to listen to me. Continue down that path while they hurting you like sheeple. This shit gets deep, my people. Hell is a state of mind, and it's time to rise above. So do so in the most glorious of fashions, and hold your head up high and let your passion ignite your fire to inspire our people to climb to the top of the mountain from which we fell. Dispel all fear and be aware we are in the presence of the Most High. So grab my hand. I'm here to pull you up so you can enjoy this view too, but the only one who can save you is you. Who will guide our youth? The future lies in their hands, so who will stand and guide their hand to the land of truth? In the educational system that limits the mind instead of expands it. When a child's heart just doesn't crave love, it demands it. In a school curriculum that doesn't expound on critical thinking, merely teaches one perspective as truth, when every story is multifaceted. It's sad to see young minds bound to limits they know they can't transcend, until they hear that word no so many times they start to believe it. So who is willing to break this cycle of miseducation? Delegation given to teachers with minimal evaluations. Our youth is crying out to us in silence. The screams echo in silence every time you hear of a youth committed act of violence. Well, I'm breaking the silence, standing in truth until my legs fall off, and even then I will never ever ever stop speaking truth. I hope my rhymes can save minds. I hope my exclamation marks spin hearts. I hope my flow can blow a breath of life into the lifeless, cause I know I have the power. Don't cower. This is our hour. Haters gonna be sour, but it's nothing but added bricks to our towers. So who is willing to rise above this cycle? Exit the ride, put yourself in drive, and strive for nothing short of greatness. Don't let negativity take this moment from you and me. It's meant to be. Inevitably, I know you see it too, but the only one who can save you is you.
Rob. Rob came down later. Feature.